In fact, I'm so confident about this game that here's what I'm going to do. When I give the reaction on Saturday, I'm going to paint myself the color of the winning team for free. You don't got to pay for that show. I'm going to be painting myself green with a white S on my face if Michigan State wins, if Michigan lets me down. But that's not going to happen. In fact, I'm thinking about not even buying green paint because what's the point? I won't need to.
I'm so sick of you guys defending Jim Harbaugh. Stop defending the man. It's annoying. It's ridiculous. You Harbaugh apologists are the absolute worst. Over and over again, year after year after year. And this year, even I'm freaking guilty of it. So I'm actually talking about myself in this scenario because I was dumb enough to go back and revert to the good old days where I thought Jim Harbaugh would give us hope. But he will never give us hope. Stop defending the man. He has now stolen over $50 million from the University of Michigan. What has he given us? What has he given the University of Michigan? Please let me know. Please let me know. I would love to hear it at this point. I would love to hear what your theory is as what Jim Harbaugh has done for the Michigan Wolverines at this point that is worthy of $50 million. Absolutely nothing. He's got to be done. He's got to go. I'm not making any more excuses for the man. I'm not going to ever. I made the mistake this year. He started out 7-0. I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get back on the Harbaugh train. I will never do that again. I will never do that again. I already know how this ends. We're going to get our butts whooped at Penn State. We're going to get our butts whooped. Absolutely throttled. Ryan Day might really put up 100 points for the defense that I saw today. It's pathetic. And you know what? Michigan fans and Michigan players are going to see this. They're going to say, you know what? You're the worst type of fan. You're the worst type of fan. All you ever do is knock the team down when they're already down. Shut up. Shut up. $50 million. $50 million bucks. Do you know how much money that is? Listen, I run this YouTube channel, okay? If I made 13 videos a year, and I made 7 to 8 to 9 decent ones, and the 4 ones that you were most looking forward to, the biggest ones, the Michigan State ones, the Ohio State ones, the Penn State ones, the bowl game ones, and they sucked, and I brought no energy, and I didn't show up for those, and I was just mute and just silent and just boring, and I said, oh, I hope we beat Michigan State in this game. Guess what you would do? You would say, why am I wasting my time watching this guy? Why am I actually giving my hard-earned time and my hard-earned money and my hard-earned everything towards watching this guy's channel? Nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to unsubscribe and leave him. But I will never give you that lackluster effort because I actually care about what you think and I actually try to earn my buck here on YouTube. But Jim Harbaugh doesn't earn his buck worth a dang at the University of Michigan. It's pathetic. I'm sick of this. You had to stop Kenneth Walker today. You and the guy you hired, Mike Macdonald, who I was starting to really like. I really started to like Mike Macdonald until today. Boy, he's going to get his butt whooped against Ohio State and C.J. Stroud and Travion Henderson and Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson and Jackson Smith and Jigba. I can't even say those names without thinking about how many touchdowns they're going to score against us. But let's not worry about the pass game just yet. What about the run game? You had one job. Stop Kenneth Walker today because Payton Thorne, he is overrated. He stinks. He stinks. He did just enough today. He threw 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. But Kenneth Walker, you had to stop him, and he's got one move. He takes it up the middle, and he bounces it outside. He waits for you to over-pursuit your linebackers, your secondary, everybody to over-pursuit, and he bounces it outside, and you let him do it. 197 yards on 23 carries, 8.6 yards per carry, and 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns. And every third down that was big, and every fourth down that was big, you gave up, Michigan defense. You gave it up. And you had stupid penalties left and right, and your stupid play calling left and right. It was just abhorrent. It was awful. It's terrible to watch. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm so sick of people saying you need to get behind the team. What team? What team? Every time you guys show me something, you show me nothing. Every single time. Cade McNamara, kudos to you. Kudos to you and Aiden Hutchinson and David Ajabo. Some people came to play today. There were some people that came to play today. Cade McNamara was 28 for 44, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, threw that bad interception late in the game. But he had 383 pass yards. We had 406 passing yards. We had 406 passing yards, and we still played conservatively. You know how many passing yards we would have had if we would have played the way that any person with a normal brain, a normal football brain, would have called? We would have had over 600 passing yards. That Michigan State secondary is terrible. It's awful. It was even worse than I expected. God, it's horrendous. We had 406 passing yards. People have been making fun of Cade McNamara saying he can't throw down the field all game long, and he missed some long throws today, but he still had almost 400 yards, and that was with us running the ball on first down over and over again. How stupid can you be, Jim Harbaugh? How stupid can you be, Josh Gattis, to continue to run the ball on first down? Over and over and over again, and even put Cade McNamara in the situation where he has to throw the ball on an obvious throwing down. $50 million we've spent on you. $50 million. For what? How many Big Ten East championships do we have? Oh, I'll answer that. We have 0. How many Big Ten championships do we have? Or even Big Ten championship appearances? Oh, I'll answer that. We have 0. How many bowl wins do we have in your era? This is year 7, mind you. Oh, I'll answer that. We have 1. The very first year that you coached at Michigan. You are average. Good at best. You will never be great. And Michigan is deserving of great. Our fans are deserving of great. And I'm telling you right now, if you're a Jim Harbaugh apologist and you continue to get behind this mess, good is the enemy of greatness. You cannot be great until you stop accepting being good. I'm sick of it. Let's keep going. Anthony, you played great today. 6 receptions for 155 yards, 2 touchdowns. Man, you're a stud. You know what? I'll go ahead and give a freaking knock on our coaches on there too. Okay? Why are we just now finding out about this guy? You've seen him in practice, haven't you? Am I the only one that can see how good he is? Cornelius Johnson is dropping passes left and right, and you're watching Anthony just absolutely go off, and you are just now finding out just how good this guy is and that he deserves to be on the football field? This is game 8. And he looks like not only the best receiver on the Michigan team, he looks like one of the best receivers in the entire Big Ten Conference, and we're just now hearing about him. We saw a reverse out of him against Northwestern or Nebraska or whoever it was, and that was about it. And now we're just now really seeing him play, and he's going off for 155 yards. Why have we not been playing this guy? Erick All, why have we not been throwing the ball to him more? Why are we not being more creative? God, the dumb decisions that we made over and over again, running up the gut. You cannot run up the gut against your rival. You cannot do it, okay? Rivalry games are brute games. They're tough games. They're not going to give you the easy yards. And we just continue to do it over and over and over again. It is pathetic. It is embarrassing. It is sickening to even continue to get behind this team. Again, over 400 passing yards we had. And that was with us being conservative. Good Lord. We could have thrown for over 1,000. We could have thrown for 600 yards on this team. We could have won. We should have won by at least 10 points. At least. We should have covered the spread, no problem. You know, they say, oh, you're a couch coach. You're a couch coach. Jesus goodness, for goodness sake. I know football. I don't care if I'm sitting on a couch. I don't care if I'm calling this game on a freaking computer. I know football. I can watch what you're watching. I can make decisions based on what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is that Cade McNamara is absolutely thrashing through the defense. And you just continue to run on first down. And on defense, you can't cover the flats. You've been bad at it all year. When are you going to fix it? Okay? You over-pursued against Kenneth Walker. If you go back and actually watch Kenneth Walker's tape, which I'm assuming you did because you're a college football program, he does the same thing every time. Up the middle, bounce it outside. Up the middle, bounce it outside. Okay? Their offensive line isn't that good to where you should be getting manhandled in that way. Have Brad Hawkins, have Daxton Hill, have Josh Ross, not over pursuit, and wait for him to bounce it outside and make the sure tackle because I know they can. I've seen them make it a plenty of times. This is terrible. This is one of the worst losses I've seen as a Michigan fan in years, in a decade. It's awful. It's terrible. You were 24.5-point favorites last year against Michigan State. At home. You lost. Now you're 4.5-point favorites. The least you could do, Jim Harbaugh, for $8 million a year. And I know you took a pay cut this year, but it doesn't matter. You've already gotten away with highway robbery in Ann Arbor. The least you could have done is at least split the difference between those two games. And at least be competitive against Ohio State. Now I got to watch this team. I'm going to the Penn State game in 2 weeks. I got to watch this pathetic excuse of a team. You guys are going to say, oh, we're 7-1. We're okay. Again, it's time to be great, Michigan. You want to be great? Get rid of Jim Harbaugh. See ya. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'm done with you. I'll never defend you again, ever. If you see me on this channel defend Jim Harbaugh, Let me know. Tell me I contradicted myself, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. He sucks. He needs to go. I don't care what he does from the end of the year, from now till the end of the year. The only thing that can fix what has happened today is for him to win out the rest of the season and go to the college football playoffs. That is it. And if you don't do that, see ya. Bye. With that said, I really do appreciate the sensible Ohio State fans, the sensible Michigan fans, the sensible Michigan State fans, and the sensible Penn State and Big Ten and college football fans that continue to watch this channel. You guys have been great. You're not stupid. You don't watch this team just suck and not meet expectations year after year after year after year, and you don't sit there saying, oh, let's make an excuse for them. Let's just dig one up out of the well. I'm tired of digging up excuses. Guess what? Oh, we're out of them. There aren't any more. Okay? Either you got the juice or you don't. And guess what? Jim Harbaugh doesn't have the juice. Josh Gattis doesn't have the juice. And I haven't seen him long enough for Mike Macdonald to know, but Mike Macdonald doesn't appear to have the juice. We're done. We're out of juice. On to next week. Hope we get the win. Hope we get the win. Unbelievable. My face is painted green because of you guys. Good Lord.
Hornet!